Hey students, Lori here. Just wanted to give you guys a Rooted recap from what we talked about last night. So last night at Rooted Youth on April the 8th, we met from 7 to 8. And so I just wanted to recap some of the things that we talked about for you guys in case you missed it. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is something I've written called It Wasn't Meant to Be This Way. And I want you guys to really pay attention and think about what is going on. It wasn't meant to be this way. This is not what I had in mind. Things were not supposed to turn out like this, and the words are getting harder and harder to find. Hiding in our homes for fear of the unknown, so distant from one another, not even sure when we can see our own brother. It wasn't meant to be this way. This was supposed to be a time of celebrating. Now it is only a time of debating what to do next. What are we to do in this time of flex? Surely it wasn't meant to be this way. So many things left undone. I thought this was our year to shine, but now the only thing shining is the sun. It wasn't meant to be this way. My life at a standstill. Can't go out, but it's so hard to stay home. Work to be done, but no motivation to go on. And tomorrow is just another day gone. Surely it wasn't meant to be this way. But it is, and you are gone. Your life ended and all our dreams shattered. Jesus, why did you have to leave? Why didn't you come down off the cross instead of leaving us in complete loss? Surely it wasn't meant to be this way. This was not how it's supposed to end, all alone on that cross, on that hill, but your will would not bend. Why? Why does it have to be this way? Surely there was another way. Prince of Peace and King of Kings, gone by the end of spring. All I can muster to say is that it wasn't meant to be this way. And then your voice finds me, and you say, up until now, the world wasn't meant to be this way. So I just want you guys to think about it, that while we're in this dark time, that after Jesus died, the disciples were in a dark time. They were afraid to go outside for fear that they were going to be arrested too. We're afraid to go outside for fear that we're going to catch the virus too. We're afraid of the unknown, of what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen next. And Jesus' disciples, all of their plans were put on hold. All of their plans were canceled. They were probably making plans in their heads on what to do next with Jesus. Where were they going to go? Where were they going to follow him? And now Jesus is gone. And so they're really struggling with what to do next. And so also I just this idea of what to do next is then when we go to the crucifixion story and this is chapter 19, when we go to the end of chapter 19, you can see kind of what kind of happens next. So Jesus has died. He has released his spirit. He has given up his spirit. I also want to note in John 19, you guys really, really read this chapter, is that Jesus turns himself over. He tells Pilate, you would not have power over me unless it was given to you, unless I gave you that power over me. And then he gave up his spirit. He released his spirit. He said, it is finished. He did what he needed to do. And then he submitted fully to the will of the Father. He didn't fight it. And then notice what happens, what some of the disciples and his followers do after that. And so it says, afterwards, Joseph of Arimathea, who had been a secret disciple of Jesus, because he feared the Jewish leaders. Notice that there are a lot of people living in fear during this time. And so this man Joseph asked Pilate for permission to take down Jesus' body. And when Pilate gave permission, Joseph came and took the body away. And with him came Nicodemus. And they followed the Jewish burial custom. They wrapped Jesus' body with spices and long sheets of linen cloth. And they placed his body in the tomb, because it was the day of preparation for the Jewish Passover, and the tomb was close at hand. So what we talked about last night is that these people, Nicodemus and Joseph, just did the next right thing. They didn't look long term, but they just did the next right thing of giving Jesus a proper burial, following the Jewish custom, because it wasn't the Jewish custom for anybody who had been hung on a tree to be there on the Sabbath. And so they needed to get bodies down quickly before the next day was the Sabbath. And so they just did the next right thing, which was burying Jesus's body in the proper way and putting him in the tomb. And so that's what only thing we can do right now as we see everything going on around us. We're thinking long term. School has been canceled until, for the end of the year. And so what are we going to do? Well, my encouragement is to do the next right thing. Figure out what is the next right thing for you to do today. The next right thing for me to do today is to edit these videos and upload them and get the word out. The next right thing for me to do tomorrow is to work on our Easter handouts. What is the next right thing for you to do? Is the next right thing for you to do to actually clean your room? Maybe I have to do that. Is the next right thing for you to do to finish your homework? Is it to figure out how you can use your gifts and what you enjoy doing to uplift other people during this dark time? What is the next right thing to do? Is it helping your parents take care of your younger siblings? Is it maybe trying a new recipe as a family? What is the next right thing for you to do? It doesn't have to be maybe the next thing on your list, but what is the next right thing for you to do? Maybe you're just so overwhelmed and anxious that the next right thing for you to do is take a nap or watch a funny show. Maybe that's the next right thing for you to do. So I just want to encourage you to that. Easter is not canceled. Celebrating Easter, maybe it wasn't meant to be this way, but maybe God is using this time to really teach us what Easter is all about. What's really important about Easter is the resurrection of Jesus and what it means for our lives. So that's our Rooted recap from Wednesday, April 8th. Hope see you guys next week on Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. For Rooted Youth Online using the GoToMeeting app, guys. Subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date on what is going on at Rooted Youth at UPVPC. Miss you guys. Take care, stay safe, and remember, do the next right thing.